Lewis versus Tai Tuivasa. Guys, what's on the line? This is being promoted by Dana White. Dana White has a history, very well known, that he puts on significant, meaningful fights. What is the significance and what does this mean? Well, every 10 years, even Dana will have a little bit of fun. This fight is fun. There is no fight that has ever popped off the page, and that's not a word we get to use very often. It was fun when James Toney came over. It was fun when CM Punk came. It was fun when Brock Lesnar popped in. This is fun, and we don't get to see that much. I remember a fight that Dana promoted, and I still remember the way that Dana promoted it, and I loved it, and I remembered it for 20 years. It was Matt Hughes versus Ricardo Almeida. It made no kind of sense. Why are these guys fighting? Well, they wanted to fight, and Dana got asked this question at a press conference, and I remember to his day what he said. He said, sometimes two guys just want to fight. I'm in. You have me. You've got me. And every so long, we get to just have fun. Look, Derrick Lewis is one of the top guys. Derrick Lewis just fought for a world championship. Okay, when I tell you he's one of the top guys, he was officially the #1 contender within the calendar year. What was that, 4 months ago? Last time we were in Houston? 6 months ago, if I'm losing track? No, 6 months ago. Yeah, what, 5-6 months ago. All right. My point is the same. Tai Tuivasa fighting for a championship is not in the cards. Tai Tuivasa fighting the #1 contender is not in the cards. Tai Tuivasa is the modern-day Tank Abbott. Tai Tuivasa's got a belt and nothing. Don't worry about a black belt. Don't worry about a brown belt. Don't worry about a purple belt. Taekwondo, judo, jiu-jitsu, make something up. Your mama's dojo, whatever it is, he has absolutely no belt. What he is good at is cage fight. And he reminds me of Tank Abbott. He is not scared. He's big. He's powerful. He understands the weapons that he has. He understands that those bullets can't miss. But he will walk straight across that cage and get into a fist fight. That sounds a lot like Derrick Lewis, right? I mean, on paper, I get where Derrick's polished. I do. I get where Derrick does have belts. I get where Derrick does have an understanding of the sport. I get all of those things, but you guys also understand. Derrick has pride. If nothing else came of his match with Ciryl Gane, where he refused to fall down and he refused to give up, he's a man of pride. He is not going to flip the script. He is not going to go for the takedown, period. Just, it's not the way he's wired. So even if you want to tell me Derrick's a more polished competitor, and I would agree with you, and Derrick has actually surprised me in his ability to go late into fights. It was a weakness of his early in his career. Derrick can fight for 25 minutes now. He doesn't have to. He's booked for 15. That's no problem. That's a major plus to Derrick. What other positives do you want to give Derrick? Don't tell me what his ranking is. Don't tell me who he's fought. Come on, I'm not asking for his resume. I'm asking you, when you break down the X's and those, aside from Derrick's ability to go 5 rounds, of which this fight is not, what other things do you give him a jump on? You tell me power? They'll both knock out a small pony. You tell me he can take a shot? They can both get kicked by a small pony, right? I mean, what do you see that he's better at? This is a pretty straightforward fight. Meet in the middle, throw your combinations, hope like hell you get out of the way when your opponent's coming, because he is. Get Bruce Buffer out of there and don't even have Bruce sit down, because he's going to be coming right back through to tell you how this thing ended. It's fun. This fight is fun. That's what this is. I was at Tai Tuivasa's last fight, and I am not into the shoey. Golly, I think that's gross. Like, not only am I not into it, got people that like snakes, people that have a pet snake. That's a kind of guy. That's not my kind of guy. I don't like the snake, but if you do like, now I don't like you. You're weird. I think the shoey's weird. I'm alone. I'm damn near alone. There was 15,000 people at T-Mobile. Nobody got a bigger pop than Tuivasa. When he walked out, when he won, when he hit the celebration, it was massive. This guy is what we call over. I imagine he's going to get booed because it's in Houston, but not solid boos. There are going to be a lot of people, a lot of shoey lovers. This fight is for fun. Nobody's going into a title fight after this. Tuivasa could get a little bit more respect, probably get another really big fight, even move up in the rankings, so I guess that's something. But who gives a goddamn what you're ranked if you're not the #1 contender? What's the I hear people arguing that all the time. I want to be number 6. For what? You're not getting anything. You're not getting a title fight. You're not getting any more money. It guarantees that your next fight is probably going to be against 5, 4, 3, which means you're guaranteed a harder fight. Is that some kind of reward, you weirdo? This fight is for fun. Let's have a little.